Hello, hello, hello. And how are you today? This is Queen Mother Speaks, and I am Queen Mother. We have an excellent show planned for you today. We're happy to be in the new year. We do have our co host Nana in the house. We are expecting Rakaya to come in, and we have two guests for you this day. We have two guests for you this day. All right, so right now, we're going to go ahead and play for you our opening. Here we go. Hmm. There we go. Here it is.
Todo este parte de un plan. Esto es matarte con flow animal. Esto es para comerse este pan. Muévete al ritmo del bam, bidi bam. Bam, bidi bam, bidi bidi bam, bam.
Oh, yeah. We want to welcome you to Wonderful Wednesday, every week. We are in the beginning of our fourth year for Queen Mother Speaks. In fact, come July this year, we will be 4 years into the game. We're right now still searching for a theme for the 2024 year. So if you have one, please share it with us. We really want to get a theme going, and we haven't come up with one yet. Will you help? Will you help? Shout outs to Solo and Jennifer Sosu, Kathy King, Rosemary Johnson, and Marilyn Lewis from Florida. Coach Ra, we again are still expecting to be in the house today. Okay. Um, we want to say hello to our viewing audience. Okay. And right now, we're going to switch over to Nana. She's going to give you an introduction and a hello for our guest. Nana?
Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Call your friends, tell them that Queen Mother Speaks is on the air. We've got an exciting show for you today. We want to remind you, wherever you're viewing us from, please type it in our comments. This is an interactive program, so we want you to like, comment, share, and let us know which platform you're viewing us on, because we're on several Facebook pages. We actually added to our Instagram pages, and we have a YouTube channel. So we want you to put your comments in there. So I am so glad to be with you today. I'm in Columbus, Ohio, in the United States of America. Queen Mother is in Nairobi, Kenya, and we want to know where you are today. So hello to all the
Where are
faithful
you today?
in Atlanta, Lady Mo, Abimbola, Tina Jones, Ernestine, Marine Powell, Sass, Melissa, Kemp, Carmen, and Michelle. You can tune in right now by clicking on facebook.com, Queen Mother Speaks, facebook.com/author Teresa Kemp. Hit that like, share, and comment button. Be sure you subscribe to our YouTube channels. Make sure you subscribe and put on notifications so you're up to date on when our next show is coming. Our guest today bring a young man, one, an advocate, youth leader, and networking enthusiast. I am so excited, and you're going to be finding out about what he is doing to change the world and the lives of women around the world. And anytime somebody is standing for something, we want to let them know here at Queen Mother Speaks, they're not standing alone, that there's millions of you out there who feel the same way in supporting them. So when it gets hard, he will know, and he'll remember today that he's got supporters that God has put in place and he doesn't know anything about. He's not alone. So we're looking forward to Rock coming in. I wanted to tell you, if this is your first time since the new year, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We want to bring him on to tell you all hello and to greet our guest. Please welcome to the
Okay,
show.
but before we go there, Nana,
Okay.
we want to invite the guests to get relaxed and get ready for the show.
Okay.
And as she has stated, hit that like, share, comment button. And again, blessings to all of the faithful fans. We want to ask you to continue to wash your hands and be safe. Not
Yes.
because the government say so, but because it makes sense to do so. Okay, Queen Mother Speaks is a safe space for expression and inspiration. So we invite you here to tell us and the world your
Yes.
stories. Okay, we do another show called Bonga Dada Bonga. It is now on holiday. We will bring it back at some point in the 2024 year. That's Bonga Dada Bonga. Get used to that name. That stands for Women Voices. Again, thank you for tuning in. That's for the Honorable Margaret Toyley, Shreya, Rose Mwara, Anju, Jay Mwangi, Parita, Rose Okalo, Maurice Obuyu, and Estelle, all tuning into the Queen Mother Speak show from Kenya. So, what is this thing
Queen
that
Mother, we
we're
want to
calling Queen Mother
Michael
Speak?
to unmute and at least give a welcome and a shout out to our guests and tell them to stay tuned before we get into all of our other stuff. So Michael, unmute your mic and come on in and say hello to all our guests.
Hello, everyone. Good to see you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on our time zones. My name is Michael Kishoyan, and shout out to all of us who are watching us live. My name is Michael. I am an anti-FGM and also sexual reproductive health rights advocate. I'm a youth leader, and also I love networking. I'm passionate about leadership, networking, advocacy, and also meaningful engagement in matters of the young people. It's nice to have all of us here to have this conversation in terms of what we are going to do to better the world together. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And he will be back. He will be back on the show in just a little bit. Right now, we were just giving him a full introduction. So we want to say what Queen Mother Speaks show really is. And it is a community platform from the very beginning for wealthy conversations, okay, that matter. Queen Mother Speaks will do commentary and insights to raise awareness, to inform, to ignite, to inspire, to involve. We want to enlighten you, educate you. We want you to laugh on the show. And we give you updates on expatriating to Africa. We also do news events and worthy conversations with our guests, like we will be doing today. So, from the Art of Living Institute, we had an online breathing class back during pandemic. And since then, Queen Mother has incorporated the breathing technique into the Queen Mother Speaks show. So we're getting ready to do that right now. I'm gonna pull my chair a little closer so I can be a little bit more personal with you as we do this breathing. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna breathe in to the count of 6. Then we're gonna hold it to the count of 6. And then we're gonna release to the count of 10. So breathe in to the count of 6, hold to the count of 6, and release to the count of 10. We will do 3 breathing exercises today. And as you're doing this, I'm going to ask you to focus inward on yourself and on your body and feel that breath and what it's doing to you and with you in this moment. Are we ready? And everyone in the studio, please join in. Let's go. 1, 6. You may choose to keep your eyes open, or you may choose to close your eyes. Let's do the second one. Okay, we're going to do one more. Ready? Let's go. Breathe in. Okay, thank you. And Queen Mother certainly hope that you felt that breathing exercise. I certainly did. And the more I breathe, the more I can take in more breath. I think I'm enjoying breathing more since I've learned how to breathe. And by the way, there are different methods of breathing. We're just doing a simple one. But in time, we'll have the um, Art of Living Institute facilitators to come on and teach you some other types of breathing, because breathing can do various things for your body. Okay. It can help you reduce stress by increasing the oxygen exchange. And when you get that oxygen exchange, it actually reduces your blood pressure. It actually slows the heart and releases any tension that may have been held in your abdomen. So thank you for enjoying in the breathing exercise with us. Okay, so in this moment, we're going to go to our meditation, which we do every week. Now, some weeks when we have a big program, we might skip it. But today, we're going to do the meditation. So I'm going to ask you to listen with your heart. Queen Mother's going to recite the presentation now, and I want you to just listen from your heart. Okay. And for today, our title is I Am Unconditionally Grateful. I am unconditionally grateful. I am unconditionally grateful. Gratitude is an attitude adjuster. Gratitude is a spiritual practice we choose in order to have a attitudinal shift in our life. Unconditional gratitude is a new way of being grateful just because it frees us up from the attachment to people, places, and things. Unconditional gratitude comes from an understanding that there are invisible occurrences that are keeping us alive and functioning. I am grateful for the awareness to be grateful, regardless of what is happening or not happening. I am grateful simply because I choose to be grateful. I live with an attitude of gratitude. My praise and my gratitude keep me rooted in the truth that God is all there is. God is all there is. And in this moment, God is directing my path. I choose to be grateful. Thank you, faith in me, as me, through the Christ within. And so it is. Our scripture for today is, this is the day which the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. That's from Psalms 118:24. Again, this is the month of January. We're in a brand new year. It's time to celebrate the faculty and the spiritual principle of faith, Faith. Faith is the principle for the month of January. And we recognize that we have unlimited opportunities to express the Christ spirit within us. And we can express that spirit in our homes, in our schools, in our churches, our community, our workplaces, cities, states, countries, villages, counties, and worldwide throughout the whole universe. We began January with faith, which is the first spiritual faculty that forms the foundation of everything else we do. Right here, right now, today, and at all times. Okay, faith. Thank you for tuning in with me to the meditation for today. We've just ended it. We're going to go over to our headline news. We were waiting on our coach to come in, but we're going to move ahead with the program as we see fit. Okay, headline news from CNN. Pope Francis has addressed criticism over his consent to priests to bless same-sex couples, saying the pushback from African bishops was a special case influenced by culture. Now, as I went on and read into the whole article, which I won't do the whole article, they began to talk about the fact that Africa was different because Africa already had customs and rules that have never stood for in the past homosexuality, if you will. So he caught some flack for that from the African priest. But what he went on to simply say about it is this: the Symposium of Episcopal Conferences of Africa and Madagascar, which is an association of Catholic bishops on the continent, They opposed the Pope's decision to approve non-integral blessings for gay couples, describing such blessings as inappropriate. Okay. The Israel Defense Forces may have violated international law in the raid they just conducted inside a hospital in the West Bank. That assault resulted in many deaths of Palestinian men. Both Hamas and the Islamic Jihad claimed as members. They took several lives. Okay, so basically what they did is they dressed as nurses and doctors, and they went into the hospital and killed people who were hospitalized over there in the Hamas. So the world is looking at that and saying, we don't know about that. Okay. Another story, new surge in the migrants at the southern border. One official described it as a wave turning into a flood. ABC News' Andrea Fuji reports that from Texas to California, communities along the southern border are dealing with an increase of migrants entering shelters, according to many of the officials. In a statement provided by ABC News affiliate on Monday, they stated that they've seen a 7-day spike in encounters at the border, averaging over 1,200 people a day. The city and its Office of Emergency Management said to have housed more than 4,200 migrants in hotels over that same time period. Another story. Scientists across the continent are looking for ways to reduce the mitten crab population, and in so doing, to protect the native ecosystems being destroyed by this invasive species. Okay, this they're stating is the world's 100 worst invasive alien species, and this particular bug worm, right, has kind of like overtaken. The crabs are near indestructible. They feed almost on anything and everything. They can survive on land as well as in fresh and salt water, and they have a rapid reproduction rate. So the females produce between 250,000 and 1 million eggs per spawning. Okay. Next, we urgently appeal to you and to your generous heart to support our campaign that we're doing right now on the Ghana relief flood. You know that back in October, Ghana flooded tremendously. And in the Volta region, the Volta region is where Queen Mother was actually installed as a Queen Mother. So many of our houses, including mine, are underwater in the Volta region. So one of the things we're asking you to do is to support us with your donations. Okay. And we have several ways that you can donate. In a moment, she's going to flash the QR code on the screen. Just by taking your phone and clicking it towards this link, it will come onto your phone automatically and take you directly into the GoFundMe link. And there you can make your donation. We also have PayPal for your donations. And we also have the Red Cross Bank in Ghana has given us an account that we can make donations to. And last but not least, today, we actually got an M-Pesa number for this project. So we're going to be flashing that on the screen for you in just a little bit. Okay. You can always catch up on the developing stories from around the globe, making headline news. Thank you for listening to the Queen Mother Speaks Headline News. Over to you, Nana. Over to you, Nana.
I would like to welcome the Honorable Ezra Miana to our viewing audience and let us know where you're viewing from today. We are glad to have you. You could be anywhere in the whole world, and you've chosen to be with us at Queen Mother Speaks today. So we want to thank you for that. Queen Mother, I did forget to tell you that my daughter Kier, her husband, and the children all had COVID. Yeah.
During COVID or now?
No, now, about a week or two ago.
Wow.
So they're now healthy and back to work, but it is still going on And there's a new strain that's out that has really taken many places by storm. So they really need to be careful, wash their hands and everything. So now let me go ahead and introduce our distinguished guest to you. Let me, there we go. As you can see, he's with the UNFPA Kenya Youth Advisory Panel. So, Michael, we want to welcome you today to the Queen Mother Speaks show. He is an anti-FGM and SRHR advocate. So if you've ever seen that acronym and you want to know what it stands for, then stay tuned. We're going to let you know. And it is something that so many people around the world are still experiencing, but we haven't seen anything about it in the news. So today on Queen Mother Speaks, we're addressing it. He's a member of the Kenya UNESCO Youth Forum and the founder of African Child Against FGM. And for those of you that don't know what that is, it's female genital mutilation. He's a CBO in Narok County, Kenya, that aims to raise and inform society to understand the dangers of female genital mutilation, which is still going on for those of you that are sitting there in shock around the world, as some of our viewers don't even know that exists or what it is. The need to abandon the practice and importance of education is key to our guest. He's been trained on leadership, community development, peace resolution, climate action, and design thinking by several institutions, namely Emerging Leaders Foundation of Africa, the KECTIL Kenya, the President's Fellowship in African Middle Eastern Leadership Project. He has a wide experience of meaningful youth and community engagement and children protection. Advocate. He's an advocate for children. Our children worldwide are experiencing suffering, and they don't have a voice. So it's important for you, if you see something, come up with a solution and, call everybody, pray about it. And that's what we have to do, whether it's the flood or just things going on in our communities and neighborhoods, because right now, these are some pretty disturbing times. He's been an upfront spaces championing for mental health, sexual reproductive health for adolescents and young people, and he's passionate about leadership, networking, advocate, and meaningful engagement. So with no further ado, let me introduce to you, Michael. Go ahead and take it away, Michael.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that very, very wonderful introduction. I really appreciate. As you've heard, my name is Michael, and that is my biography. That's what I do. I'm a member of UNFPA Kenya Youth Advisory Panel. UNFPA is a UN agency it deals with matters sexual reproductive health rights and also on matters reduction of gender-based violence. So that's what I do. We advise the government on meaningful youth engagement and also participation in sexual reproductive health rights. And also we represent the young people at several levels, local levels, national levels, and also international levels. So today we are here to, as I said, we are here to talk about matters that are concerning the young people and also the representation and also the challenges that we are passing through as young people. So shout out to everyone who is watching us live. It's good to see all of us here so that we can really have this candid discussion on matters our lives as the population in the world. Thank you.
Hear about what it is you're doing, but first I want to welcome you again to the show, and I want to ask a question. Would you share with us some of your background in terms of growing up, where you're from, your family, and education?
All right. I've been born and raised in Narok County, in the northern parts of Narok County, that is on Bosmoro Ward. It's a very remote place in Kenya.
Mm.
It's a place that it's a pastoralist community, the Maasai community, and I've been born and raised in a Christian family. Where I went to school in Narok, the primary school I went in Narok. In high school, I went to a high school called Michinda Boys High School in Nakuru County, and now I am pursuing public relations and diplomacy at Mount Kenya University here in Thika, maybe
Okay.
Nairobi, Kenya, and
Oh.
that's it's nice
So what days are you
to.
in school?
Sorry,
What days during the week are you actually in school?
pardon.
What day of the week? You go to school at Mount Kenya on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, or Saturdays?
Oh, all right. Okay. I have classes on Monday and Tuesday, and one on Friday morning. So
Okay.
my schedule is very flexible.
All right. Well, I'm asking you that question, Michael, because next week at USIU, they start the celebration for Black History Month. And since I've heard that you're going to school over here off of Thika Road, which is the road where the university is off of, I want to invite you to come to that. Sounds like you'll be close enough to attend, as long as it's not um, interfering with any of your classes. The event is on
All,
Tuesday at 11.
all right.
Okay, and I'll send you some information on that. All right. So now you've had a very, very wide range of experiences and meaning for youth and community engagement and child protection and explains how, those are many things. Most people may do one or two, but you've got a whole area and they all work together. They all blend together on the things that you're doing in this area. So explain with us some of your community engagement with the children protection.
Okay. As I said, I come from one of the pastoralist communities in Kenya, the Maasai community, and we have underlying issues that are affecting the livelihoods of the people and also the young people in my community. One of them being female genital mutilation, that is FGM. And FGM is considered by UNFPA as a violation of human rights because we have reasons why the Maasai and those people who practice FGM there before in the colonial era, during the times of our grandfathers, there are reasons why women were cut.
Mhm.
Maybe one of them was just to suppress the sexuality of a woman, or another one was also to prepare a young girl for marriage, ready to give birth to children. And things have changed, and we are now seeing that cultures are changing. And FGM right now is becoming retrogressive in our community. And so you find that when young girls are cut, or maybe they are mutilated, they undergo FGM, they are disguised as women. So you find that a girl of a 15-year-old girl is disguised as a woman who is ready to get married, who is ready to get children. So she does not go to school, and her education life ends there. So I saw this niche to start this community engagement, bringing people into the conversations whereby we have deep conversations concerning FGM and its effects to the community and also to the young girl at her personal life. So I've held different forums where I've engaged children, and also I've also engaged community stakeholders. We have the police, we have the leaders of clergy, that the pastors, we have also the teachers. We have in Kenya, we have what we call wazee wa nyumba kumi. Wazee wa nyumba kumi are the peacekeepers who are designated or maybe who are appointed by the county commissioner, just to oversee the normal running of the community members. They work closely with the chiefs. So those are the community stakeholders that trying to engage. And also we have young people. So I bring them together. We have talks, we have conversations, we teach them and train them on the dangers of FGM and also the importance of education. And that is now what we are trying to promote as an organization. Yeah, so I've held also different talks with the young people in the university. We have talks on sexual reproductive health rights. That we have now the issue of intimate partner violence. It's very rampant in Kenya right now. Boyfriends are killing their girlfriends. Also, we have the issue of femicide that is rising in Kenya. So we are also training young people on how to secure themselves, on how to also take care of themselves. The young girls, how can they take care of themselves in terms of indulging into relationships? So that is also what I've tackled in my university tenure. Thank you so much, and back to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Another question I want to ask about. If I read properly in the bio, it said one of the things you do deals with climate action and design thinking. Tell us more about that.
Okay, I believe that all of us are seeing the effects of climate change. We are experiencing the effects and also the consequences of climate change. And so I decided to merge my anti-FGM campaigns, my campaigns for the rights of women and girls, and also I merged it with the climate action, or maybe the climate change talks and discussions, because we cannot neglect, or maybe we cannot live in denial that climate change is not affecting women, climate change is not affecting us as a whole, as a nation, as a continent, as the world at large. So I decided to bring the conversation on climate action and climate change. Let us plant trees. Let us minimize on plastic use. Let us also end fossil fuels and everything that is contributing to climate change. That is the conversation that I brought. And then on the question on design thinking, it's a training. It's a 1-year training that I took in Strathmore University in Nairobi. The main mandate is to train young people and also the general public on how to use human approach solutions to solve problems that are affecting us. Now let's talk about the issue of climate change. What solution do I have for climate change? And then now we are taken through that program, taught on design thinking. How can you come up with a solution? How can you prototype your idea? How can you now pitch your idea so that you can get funding? Now that is now what the design thinking training entails.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Wow, I'm loving this. As we are now, I've got a couple more questions for you, Michael. But before that, I want to take this moment to invite our co-host, Coach Ra, into the studio. Coach?
Good morning, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon. Peace and blessings, salutations. I apologize. I ran into a little situation, but I'm here. Glad to see
Very
everyone.
good. Very good. And being here accounts for quite a bit. We thank you for that. So my next question, I've got 2 more questions. Nana, you want to take one of them?
Okay. I was wondering how he first got into working with youth and how long he's been working with as a youth advocate.
Okay.
All right. Okay. It's a whole story, but I'll try to make it short. So while I was in high school, in 2018, I was in Form 4. In Kenya, we have this 844 system. for the international audience who are here. So the 844 system, I was in Form 4 in the year 2018 when I was completing my secondary school education. And I just started like developing some sort of questions, a questionnaire or maybe a research. I never knew what I was doing. And I was just writing questions. What are the problems the young people are facing? What are the problems the girls are facing? What are the problems the boys are facing? And also, what are their solutions? So that is what I used to do in high school. And when we go for the holidays, I take these questionnaires. I give to the people. I give the people for them to fill for me. One of them said FGM, and others say child marriages. Others said unemployment for the young people, and what are the solutions? So in 2019, after high school, now I started now implementing the solutions that these people give, because of this idea. For instance, I'm facing a certain problem. Let's say I'm facing a certain problem, or maybe I don't have food in my house. I am the person with a solution. What is the solution? I go for food outside. So I felt like the people who are facing these challenges, the people who are facing unemployment, the people who are facing FGM, the people who are facing child marriages and teen pregnancies, these are the people with the solutions to these problems. And so the solutions that they gave me, these are the ones that I'm now implementing. So 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, up to now, this is the sixth year I'm having this experience in dealing with the young people, the problems the young people are facing. I've worked with several CBOs, community-based organizations that are youth-led. I have partnered with several of them. Until now, 2022, I came and now started my own CBO, that is the African Child Against FGM, when I saw the need for me also to run my own CBO and also champion for the rights of women and girls and also young boys with my CBO. Yeah.
All right. What great work you're doing, Michael. Are you aware of the African Child Foundation? That's the organization that deals with young people. They deal
Yeah.
with some of those who have disability, but they also
Yeah.
deal with those who need shoes. I think I'd like to hook you up with them because from what you're telling me, it looks like you are engaged in some of the same activities, and perhaps you can do some great things together.
Yeah.
Would you tell us two of your most meaningful engagements to date? Two or
Sorry?
three of two. Will you tell us two or three of your most meaningful engagements to date? Like you're doing all of these wonderful things. Which two of them have been the most meaningful ones for you?
Okay. Okay. One was I did an event, the first event that I did for young people. Actually, I say it's it's a kickstart for me. It's something that inspired me to keep on doing this.
Uh-huh.
It was on 10th of March 2021 when I was fresh in campus. I partnered with a colleague of mine from Liberia, and we held an online conference for girls around Africa. So I was really shocked to see 10 African countries represented. We had an audience of 120 girls and 120 young women in Africa. And we had conversations concerning the problems and the solutions of the problems that we are facing as Africans. That really inspired me because I'm so fresh in campus. In my first semester, I've done this event and all these people have come and I signed the certificates for them. It was unbelievable. I can't fathom up to now. I feel like that was so much big. And then the
I love it.
next event that I did, it was now a physical one, the one that I personally planned and executed, was in
Uh-huh.
28th of October 2022, when we had the Ongea Usaidike initiative. Ongea Usaidike is speak up so that you can be helped. So we held this program, or maybe an event, with children from 4 schools, and all of them cooperated. All of them, the TSC teachers, the county director of education, gave me permission and gave me the way forward, and we had this conversation with the children in my area for the first
Ah,
time in history,
okay.
talking about anti-FGM things. We talked about children marriages and also forced marriages, child labor, all
Mm-hmm.
these things in my community, in my place, my ward where I come from. It was
Uh-huh.
one of it's the first event that has ever taken place there.
Wow. What great work you're doing. And I'm loving it. Michael, that conversation that you had with men, all right? I'd like to bring that forum to the Queen Mother Speaks platform. If I may state, in the month of June, there's a day that's called Father's Day. And I would like it very, uh, wait a minute, am I unmuted? Okay, great. I would like it very much, Michael, if in the month of June, we can take one of the Queen Mother Speak show and play that video that you've done of men from various countries in Africa. Is that a possibility? Oh, looks like we've lost our guest. We hope he'll come back in. I actually have one more question for him. And Ra and Nana, you can see if you have one more question. We do have a second guest who has not entered the studio as of yet, right? So we're just going to continue with what we're doing. We do have another presentation coming up. Coach Ra today will be speaking to us on hydration. But before we go there, let's see if we can finish with Michael. There we go. Okay. So Michael, what I was kind of like saying to you at that moment. Okay. Let me go back to that question. Here we go. So now you were telling us about two of your most meaningful engagement because we all do things like even with the Queen Mother Speak show. Like I say, we're going into year 4, but there's a show that really, really, really makes it happen or take us there, and we remember those. So I was asking you about your encounters of all the things you've done. Which are two that stand out in your mind that you would be willing to share with us?
All
Yes.
right. Okay. So I was talking about the event on 28th of October 2022. We held this event, and many girls now saw hope, whereby they said, I'm not going through FGM. My parents are forcing me, but I don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
So in December, because it's the high season for girls to be cut in the December season, many
Mm-hmm.
girls ran to my place, came to my home, and then they said, Michael, our parents are trying to mutilate us and we don't want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I said, now this is it. We went with the children. I had a talk with the parents, both the mother, the father, and the daughter. We had the conversations, and I was able to take them through the dangers of FGM. Up to now, those girls have never been cut because the parents understood the consequences of FGM. So that was one of the events that really created impact in my community.
All
The
right.
second one also,
Very
or
good.
maybe the last one
Okay.
was in December 13th of 2022 as well. We had an event with the community stakeholders. We had we had the police, we had the chiefs, we had a lot of community stakeholders, and let's talk about the youth who
Mm-hmm.
who attended that workshop, and we took them through the dangers of FGM and also the importance of education. Then one woman approached me and told me, "My son, I'm sorry because I've mutilated all my daughters except the last two, and I never knew that this was so detrimental for them. But because of this talk, the remaining two, I'm not going to cut them." And they said, "Thank you, God, because now this is the impact that now we want to see in our community." So those are the three major events that have stood out for me, and I'm looking forward to more and more of such success stories.
I have a question, Michael. Is female genital mutilation legal where you live? Is there a law that makes it legal
Okay.
for families to do this?
Okay. First of all, female genital mutilation is a violation of human rights.
Yes.
So, according to the UNFPA, it's a violation of human rights, and so it's illegal. It's not legal here in Kenya. The government of Kenya in 2011 passed the Prohibition of Female Genital Mutilation Act of 2011, whereby it stipulated the strict laws and also the offenses under that practice of FGM, and also there are consequences. And we are trying to implement those policies. We are trying to implement that what the law states, that now FGM is illegal in Kenya. Yeah, so it's not that legal in Kenya. It's very illegal.
And do you work primarily in Kenya, or do you work with other African countries to also help abolish FGM? Because it seems it's more cultural or tribal, if I'm not using the right word.
Okay, FGM is more cultural because we have many communities in Africa that are practicing FGM. So I'm also partnering with several other international youth who are in other countries. Also, maybe something that was not captured in my bio is I'm also a member of Global Youth Consortium Against FGM. In 2022, we formulated the Global Youth Consortium, whereby we are leveraging on the involvement and engagement of young people to end female genital mutilation by 2030. So we have a membership of 55 countries. The Global Youth Consortium has a membership of 55 countries. We also have one country from Asia. I'm not sure about that, about which country, but we have 54 countries worldwide, whereby we are trying to say no to FGM, because FGM is very rampant in Nigeria. We have FGM in Burkina Faso. We have FGM in Senegal. We have FGM in Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda also, and talk about Ghana also. We have FGM that in these African countries, and we are trying to also in Egypt also we have FGM. So we have partnered with all those other young people. We formulated a consortium of many CBOs, or maybe youth-led organizations that are fighting FGM. Now we are under the Global Youth Consortium, that is a joint program by UNICEF and UNFPA. Yeah.
My question is, what can our viewers at Queen Mother Speaks do to assist you in your efforts? How can we help?
Thank you.
I think he's frozen.
Pardon?
Can you hear us, Michael?
Oh, how you can help?
How can our viewers
Yes,
help?
I can hear you now.
How can we help in this cause?
All right.
That's a big
Okay.
goal,
How you can
by
help?
2030 in all these different countries. So since our viewers are international, what can they do to help? How can we add our voices to your voice? Is there any ways we can help?
Okay, there are many ways you can help. To join me and also the rest of my colleagues in this conversation. A lot of ways, whereby one is our online engagement. You can follow me on social media on X at KishMichael _01. That is where I really try to amplify the voice against FGM. Also Facebook, Michael Kishoyan, on LinkedIn, Michael Kishoyan, and also on Instagram. So on social media engagement, and also if you can support also me in referrals, because one of the challenges that we are facing as an organization is the elephant in the room, that is the financing. Because sometimes you find that you really want to go to a certain place, you want to go and save a girl somewhere who is passing, or maybe who is being forcefully cut, and you don't have any transport, and so your efforts are not met. So I'm planning an event tentatively on March this year. So it's one of my first events where I'm targeting some schools in Narok, and we are going to talk about these. We can talk about these anti-FGM campaigns, and also preaching against child marriages, because many young girls are being married at a very, very young age, even before the age of consent. So we find that it's something challenging, and also you can help in also maybe one or two times. You can just say something about FGM to your friends, and also maybe if you see any girl, if you see any community that is practicing FGM, you can talk to one or two girls, or maybe one or two people. You could have really helped in a very, very much big way. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Michael, please be sure to give us information about that event that you're going to be hosting during Women's History Month, and we will post the information through all of our social media channels as well.
Okay, so
All right.
all our QMS viewers, get your cell phones, go to Instagram, and look at the spelling of his name on our screen. He's on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and X, which is formerly Twitter. And then go ahead and punch it in and follow him. Make sure you're following and subscribing Queen Mother Speaks Show. And also our health coach, Rakaya. She's also, and we're going to give her information again later as she talks to us about hydration. So we want to thank our guest, Michael, for being so informative. And
I have one more question.
Okay.
Michael, where do you see yourself from between 2 and 5 years? Where do you see yourself in this campaign?
Okay. Okay.
What's the plan? What's your strategy or your plans for 2 to 5 years?
25 years.
2 to 5.
2 to 5. No. 2.
Oh, 2 to 5 years. 2 to 5 years.
2 to 5.
What do you hope to accomplish? What's your overall goal for the next few years?
What are some of your strategies? What are some of your strategies?
Okay. One of my strategies, maybe in the next 5 years, is to get a place, a safe center for young children, a rescue center per se, whereby if these young children can maybe face the the danger or maybe of being forcefully married or maybe forcefully cut, they can run to that safe place. And
To the safe house. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Very well. Very well. Any more questions for him, Coach?
No, that's great. So we're talking about a safe haven. You're talking about ultimately creating a safe haven where
Yes.
if the girls need to escape, they'll be able to be somewhere safe and secure as opposed to
Yeah.
being abused. And that sounds real good. And
Sounds real good.
perhaps you can have one in each village or several centers.
Sure.
And it may not have to be centers. It could be people in the community that has the wherewithal that can house them in their homes. We don't have to think big. It can be big, but for now, it could be compassionate, caring individuals in the different areas that are safe haven. And we will have a sign or something hanging on the door, and they will know that this is a safe place. You hear
Sure.
me? So,
Yeah, I hear you.
so we start out small, we work with what we have, and then we move out into the big space. But for
Sure.
right now, try to see if you can win over a few good souls that can align with your intent and your the origin of your plans.
All right.
All right.
Very good. Thank you for that, Michael. We will definitely have you back on the Queen Mother Speak show. And again, be sure to send us your information about your event coming up in March, and we will post it in all of our platforms. This is Queen Mother Speaks every Wednesday, every week, live at 5. And right now, we're going to go to our next presentation for today, which is none other than our very own Coach Rakaya. You know, we are in this new year. We are. And so Coach is stepping in to tell you about some things you need to do to get a handle on it right here, right now, this month, and fast. Coach, thank you for being on the show today and talking to us about hydration.
Queen Dashanaba, thank you so much. Nana Adezua, thank you so much. It is indeed a pleasure to be here in my sound mind and my spiritual centeredness. It has been quite a challenge, as you are aware. My mama was passed in December 24th, and it's been a month and a week now. And I hope that one of these days I stop counting. But in the meantime, here I am. So, my brothers and sisters, our health is our wealth. And we are in such danger as it pertains to our health. So much is going on. MGOs, the foods are being made in the factory, prefabricated chicken and beef and all that stuff. And we really, really going to need to pay attention. So dehydration. Why dehydration? Because a lot of us suffer from dehydration. Our bodies are made up of 82 to 85% water. Our heart is made up of 92% water, which means that water, our body is water. And so when we, first of all, let me digress. Let me give you the definition of what dehydration means in medical terms. And then maybe we can take it from there.
Okay.
Because I'm going too fast. Hydration means adding fluid, adding back water that has been lost in general. This means drinking water and eating water foods, eating water foods, which are fruits. Fruits assists you in putting back the water into your system, and vegetables. And a lot of us have a tendency of not liking vegetables. A lot of people don't like to eat vegetables. Anyway, the human body have loses water through breathing, sweating, and eliminating waste. Let's repeat that again. The human body loses water through breathing, sweating, and eliminating water. And a lot of people sweat. Some people sweat a lot, like athletes and people that are really living an active life. And so you usually notice that when you see someone running or someone doing some form of physical exercise, right beside them is a bottle of water. Because even if you're not sweating, your body is really thirsting for water when you're actively engaged. A lot of people that I know do not drink water. Some people don't like water. And I'm here to let you know that water is critical, particularly in these days with the pathogens flowing in the air, the viruses, the Omicron virus, the COVID-19 pandemic. Water and breathing is synonymous. Water and breathing is intricately connected, because water assists your body in ridding of the toxic buildup, the toxins, the pathogens, the poisons, right? The residues from the germicides that they have put into the food in the earth. They've contaminated the earth. So the more water that we drink, the more we're able to fight off or ward off those toxins causing harm to our organs, or organs which are, and I include the heart, the colon, the kidney, the liver, and the spleen. I cannot emphasize enough how much water really truly matters. And if you notice, a lot of people, you see their lips really, really white. You see they have bumps on their face, acne. People with skin conditions, as eczema. Those are all telling you. I forgot the words. I'm skipping it over.
Okay.
It is
They're
telling you
that there's some dehydration in your body.
It is telling you that you're dehydrated and your colon cannot eliminate the waste sufficiently, and so it manifests it outward on your skin. Your skin, which is also connected to your digestive system. So if your colon and your liver and your kidney cannot get rid of the toxins, it's going to manifest in your skin. It's going to manifest in your hair. It's going to manifest in your nails. Oh, I don't know what else to say, but I am just trying to.
Something I want to say. My nails right now are sort of brittle. And I remember years ago when I lived stateside, there was a young man who was into healing, and he would look at these brittle type nails, and he could tell me right away what was going on inside of my body. Okay. I don't remember what he told me. It was that long ago.
My girlfriend, my best girlfriend's dad was a doctor. He was a gynecologist. And every time I visited him or I was in his presence, he would touch my nails. And he would say, "Oh, wow, your nails are strong." I mean, your nails really gives you a bird's eye view of what is going on in your body. Your eyes does too. But we have to be, like I do iridologist, and we need the machine. But your eyes is connected. Your heart, your organs are all connected to your eyes. And you notice when people have a dark spot, like right here, that's a sign of high blood pressure, hypertension.
Really?
A dark spot. And under the eyes, that's a sign of toxic buildup. High blood pressure is merely toxins unable to go anywhere. Water is the key to life. Water. If we can, hot tea, water. Say it again. Water. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that have an aversion to water. And I'm telling you, my people, stop drinking that Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, all these sugar products. What they're doing is causing you stage 1 diabetes. It leads to stage 1 diabetes, stage 2 diabetes. And now the health industry has labeled stage 3 diabetes as the onset of dementia and Alzheimer's. Sugar and yeast is attributed or has been linked to the high rate of dementia and Alzheimer's in the United States of America. Secondly, and they knew this just like they have the cure for cancer and for major diseases, but they have yet to figure out how is it that if they bring this information out that they're going to make money. There is no money to be made, my brothers and sisters. Dr. Lee Mitchell Lee, MD, wrote the book, Eat to Beat Diseases. And in that book, he talks about increasing the consumption of fruits and vegetables and lessening the consumption of animal products, dairy products. Yes. So if they come out and say, don't eat no more dairy products, don't eat no more ice cream, don't eat no more beef and pork. Remember the time when Oprah was doing her show in the late 90s, and Oprah told everybody to stop eating hamburger, and the beef industry sued Oprah. Now, I don't know what the overall end result was of that, but you need to understand that we're talking big bucks, billions of dollars, and we're talking that a lot of people are involved. The people who make butter, the people who make cheeses, ice cream. And ice cream is deadly. Ice cream is deadly. We'll get into that another time. But all I'm saying to you is the reason why you don't hear this information is because there is no monies to be made except for us to have healthier people. In 2025, according to the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, 3/4 of the American population is going to be sick. 75% of the American population is going to be dealing with some form of diabetes. It is predicted that there will not be enough dialysis machines or centers to contain 3/4 of the population. Yes. And so this is why I have begged Queen for us to do something every week, 5 seconds, as a reminder, a gentle reminder.
Not every week. There's a lot of things to do.
Self-healing is critical, imminent.
I agree.
Important. And this is what we must be paying attention to. Thank you so much.
Thank you for that wonderful presentation. What we have up next is our mentions. I don't know if you got a chance to go over that, your
Yeah,
script.
I have it. Oh yeah, yeah.
All
Hold
right.
on.
Well, our mentions in that we've already gone over the 6 o'clock hour. Let's do a few of our mentions, and then we'll go ahead and close the show out for today.
As an American voter living abroad, trumped up politics in the U.S. still affect you? Do you want to stay engaged, interested about safeguarding democracy? Reach out. HTTPS semicolon backslash blacks backslash www.democracyabroad.org backslash Soul Vegetarian Restaurant, good to you and for you. To order, call 0742-654-810. Cooking classes are also available. Sister Lucille, sweet potato pie. I want to taste that pie. And other mouth-watering treats, call 0732-567-327. I'm going to skip mine.
Okay.
BP Suma supplements available. Call 07509. Wait, 0796 509 985 to order. Diabetes peer support group right now on a 7-day raw foods challenge. Contact Rakaya. You have my contact. And lastly, but not least, and I apologize if we've left some of you out, the Woman on Boards Network invites you to the Corporate Governance Virtual Training, March 2024 cohort. Contact us at Snelly Ma at Woman on Board dskenya.co.ke or call 07297-8837 for more information, and those will be listed if you didn't get it. Back to you, Queen.
Thank you very much. We're just going to go ahead and talk about a Zoom webinar that is coming up on
Oh, okay.
retirement and taxes for Americans abroad. And that's going to be this coming Wednesday, February 7th at 6 p.m. GMT, 7 p.m. CET time. That again is a webinar put on by the Democrats abroad. It is on retirement and taxes for Americans abroad. Okay.
And
you can
and
do your
also mention the Volta, the upper Volta. That one is important.
Yeah, we will do that one. So as we go on down here now, the next piece that we'd like to speak to you on is that also this Sunday in Nairobi, Kenya, we have the CEO's New Year's brunch. If you may remember, there was a CEO dinner in December put on by the CEO.org, run by Mr. Socrates. And so from that dinner that we had in December, a lot of people wanted to know more about more things. So we organized this brunch that's coming up this Sunday on the 4th at Soul Vegetarian Restaurant. You're going to be able to enjoy tasty vegan meals, appetizers, drinks, and desserts. This amount will be only 4,000 Kenya shillings for you to have a chance to sample various types of vegan food at Soul Vegetarian Restaurant. And in addition to that, you'll have lots of wonderful different types of drinks. So please go ahead and contact Soul Vegetarian Restaurant. Send them your advance uh, payment of 4,000 Kenyan shillings. All right. And I want to say that that 4,000 Kenya shillings include a donation to the Ghana flood relief. So this brunch that we're having is actually incorporating many things. We have the CEO magazine that is being launched on February 4th. We'll be doing fundraising for the Ghana flood relief. And then, of course, you're getting to taste all those wonderful foods from Soul Vegetarian Restaurant. Okay, that's what's going to be happening. And last but not least, our dear friend, Mr. Meredith Bill, is being installed as a paramount chief in South Africa in April 2024. Many of you expressed an interest on traveling to South Africa for that event. The travel agent will be present on Sunday to give you details on the South Africa trip, April 2024. Again, the recent disaster has wreaked havoc on countless lives, leaving families displaced, properties destroyed, and basic needs have been compromised, including, like I stated earlier, my home in the Volta region. So we're just going to go ahead and thank you in advance for your donations. And you can donate via GoFundMe. Nana has put on the screen the GoFundMe QR code. All you have to do is take your phone and take a picture of this particular QR code, or just point your phone towards that code. It will come into your phone, and then once you click on it, it'll take you directly to the GoFundMe account where you can make your donations right there. Those donations for GoFundMe are in US dollars. The second way that you can contribute is through PayPal. You can contribute through PayPal. https://rb.gy-dx6bhf. And if you're interested, all of this information will be on the Queen Mother Speaks pages during the week. And we now have a new way that you can contribute. And that new way is through M-Pesa. Those of us living in East Africa, and especially in Kenya, we are aware of M-Pesa. That M-Pesa number would be +254 11 331 4224. And we thank you again for that. We hope to see you on Sunday at Soul Vegetarian for that wonderful layout of food, and also your donation towards the project for the flood. We thank you for that. Okay, you can tune in every Wednesday, every week, live at 5 p.m. Kenya time, 2 p.m. Ghana time, 9 a.m. New York time, and that is 6 a.m. California time. Ooh, and I want to say 3, 4 a.m. Hawaii time. We do have some people tuning in all the way from Hawaii in the United States. Okay, so make sure that you tune in. You can also get Queen Mother Speaks by going to facebook.com/Queen Mother Speaks, facebook.com/Arthur Teresa R. Kemp, and facebook.com/Rakaya Murphy. Be sure to remember your time zone so you get in on the right time. In fact, I have a class that I take out of California, and I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning to take the class at 4. Nobody came in. So after about 4:30, I just stayed up and started doing some other work. But guess what I found out? I found out that I had the time zone wrong. That class didn't start until 5 o'clock, and I was up at 3. So when Queen Mother says to you, be sure you know your time zone, we're going to say, be sure you do that. Coach?
Queen, can you list the link to the YouTube? Can you also tell those who do not have a Facebook that they can see the show on YouTube? That's critical.
Wait, say that again?
They can see the program, your programs on YouTube.
Yes, that's Queen Mother Speaks on YouTube.com. And again, that's the Queen Mother Speaks show on YouTube.com. We want you to subscribe, like, and share, and comment. Put your comments there. We'll be interacting with you through the week. And you can share that link so that other people that you know, share the countries where he discussed female genital mutilation is still going on, where people are dehydrated, because yes, that will help your body cut itself off from your mind, and you'll be forgetful, trying to remember, walking into a room, can't think of why you went in there, and it's because you haven't hydrated or slept. So make sure then you go drink a bottle of water and take good care of yourself and treat yourself better in 2024.
Treat yourself better in 2024. Everybody say that.
Treat yourself better in 2024. Say, I will not say anything negative about myself today. Okay, Rakaya, you're saying something, but I think you were muted.
You're
Go
muted.
ahead and unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself.
I am going to treat myself better in 2024.
Got to hear it.
I am going to treat myself better in 2024.
I am
Thank
going
you.
to love myself, and I am going to care for myself.
I'm
Okay,
going
so-
to love myself. I'm going to care for myself. Michael, what do you have to say about that?
I'm going to treat myself better in 2024.
Good. You
Yeah.
won't be any good to anybody else if you don't take good care of yourself. And we need you to hit that goal by before 2030.
That's
So
correct.
we're going to be
That
praying
is
for you
correct.
and
All
checking
right.
on
We
you.
just want to say a few more things under the announcements, and that is next week, ladies and gentlemen, we actually move into Black History Month, and we will have Vanita Explores Africa 365 days. If you remember her story, she was with us February last year. She retired in December of 2022. She took the entire 2023 year traveling throughout the continent of Africa, someplace she had never been. So she calls her show Vanita Explores Africa 365. She will be with us next week on the Queen Mother Speak show. Okay. And then we'll also have Mr. Lukachi. Okay. Mr. Lukachi is not only just a handsome man, ladies, as you will see, but he is also a musician who will raise the skin up on your hair. That man will make the hair on your arm stand up. His name is Lukachi. He's going to be on Queen Mother Speaks next week. So please tune in. All right. Nana? Nana? Our closeout? Thank yous.
So I would like for all of you now to join us in our goodbye kiss. So as you all know, you're going to take your left hand and blow a kiss because we need more love in this earth. Michael, come on, get your hands up, right hand and blow a kiss. Then we take both hands and blow a kiss. All right, everybody ready? Hands up.
Left hand first.
Left hand first. And this goes out to all those people who have been affected by FGM. Other hand up. This goes out to all of you that have lost somebody and who are hurting and grieving. I've had 4 deaths in the past, just this month. And so I'm grieving. Now both hands. And that's for all the rest of you so that you
know what? I want you guys to blow that last kiss again, and I want to catch those hands up in the air. I don't have a picture of us like that. So let me get the camera on. Michael, everybody, let's get that kiss going. See what that looks like. Wait.
Make sure you hug yourself, hug somebody, touch somebody today. Call and check on your elders and your family. Check on the young people. Yes, I also put up, make sure you get my book, Keepers of the Secret Code or Keeper of the Fire, available on Amazon for people you love in your life. We're adding TikTok, so stay tuned. Ready for the kiss, everybody?
Oh, I want to see those hands for the kiss.
Hands up for the kiss, hands up.
Ready?
Okay. Did you get us? That's okay. We're seniors. She didn't know she could replay the video. Stop it.
We ran over a little bit. We don't like to do that. We're in the new year. We're going to be practicing our timing more so that we stay inside of the hour. What a great show. Yes. Thank you, Michael, for being on the Queen Mother Speak show. If you know of any other people who are doing things in the world, let us know so we can feature them here on the Queen Mother Speak show. Everybody have a great day. Have a great day. We love you, Nana. Thank you very much. Akaya, what a great presentation you gave us today on hydration. What I loved about it is it was short, sweet,
and sweet.
To the point. Short, sweet, and to the point. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
See you next Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye. You gotta go. You gotta go.
We gotta go.
I'm trying to find the arrow so I can end the stream. There it is.